I did a story a couple of days ago about Laura Loomer in relation to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, Marjorie is not in this story. It's just about good old Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer, I suspect, is probably has a mental condition. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, so I cannot legally diagnose her. But one thing I can tell you is that she looks like fucking Jigsaw. And she is scary as hell. She's so scary, in fact, that even Donald Trump gets nervous around her. But not so much that he didn't invite her on his private plane to fly around with him for a little while. And the rumors abound whether or not she was going downtown on the president. Who knows? But one of his quotes is like, "You don't want to get Loomered." He turned her name into a verb. You don't want to get Loomered, folks. She'll go after you. Well, this story is about her getting upset and this crazy woman. And by the way, I'll just give you one little bit of backstory. If you don't remember Laura Loomer, she ran for Congress a couple times. She lost a couple times because she's crazy. But before she did that, she kind of made her bones by being on Twitter and then saying some crazy ass shit and then getting kicked off of Twitter. This is before Elon Musk bought the company, and it was Jack Dorsey, and she kept breaking the rules of Twitter, so they kicked her off of it. So she goes down to Twitter headquarters here in New York City, and she handcuffs herself to the front door. But if she had been actually smart, she would have handcuffed herself to, because it's a double door, she should have handcuffed herself through the double door so nobody could get inside. But she only handcuffed herself to one of the doors. So employees of Twitter were just walking in and opening up the other door and walking right past her while she was out there ranting in front of a crowd of people filming her act like a complete moron. Well, now she's got her own YouTube show and she's a podcaster and an influencer. She's still crazy as hell, but she's on a mission. And right now her mission is anything that she can do to help out the cause of Israel, she's doing it. Recently, there were some young children who are Gazan, and they either were so badly injured or malnourished, not a lot of them, just a handful of them, or they needed medical help that they could not get in Gaza. They were spirited out of the country by a very kind man that we'll get to in a minute. And they were brought into this country, not to stay, but to get the medical treatment they need, and then not sent back to Gaza, but to be sent to Egypt. So they can't get the medical treatment in Egypt either. That's why they're coming here. A lot of these kids are either starving, sickly, amputees. They need medical help. And Laura Loomer was really mad about it, so she posted about it, and she tagged the fucking Secretary of State in her Twitter post, and that actually got results. We've got the end of this interview here on Face the Nation. Our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, holds a bottle of water with two hands, even though I do the same thing with a little glass because I have hand control problems. But Marco Rubio, he's a little guy. But now he's my Secretary of State and many other jobs because I fire everybody and he's got to do all the work. But now he's on Face the Nation and he is being asked by the reporter here about those young Palestinian children who were brought here for medical help. Let's see what he's got to say.
Before I let you go quickly, why did the State Department just announce that they're halting visitor visas for all Gazans coming here for medical aid? Why would some of these kids, for example, who are coming to hospitals for treatment be a threat?
Well, first of all, it's not just kids, it's a bunch of adults that are accompanying them. Second, we had outreach from multiple congressional offices asking questions about it. And so we're going to...
No, you had Laura Loomer tweets. But yeah, man, important people like Laura Loomer. You're scared of her because she looks like fucking Jigsaw.
reevaluate how those visas are being granted, not just to the children, but how those visas are being granted to the people who are accompanying them. And by the way, to some of the organizations that are facilitating it.
Those people are not coming here permanently. They're coming here because those kids don't have any family left alive. They are coming here to get medical help, and then they are being sent out after the medical help back to Egypt. They're not going to stay here, including the people who are chaperoning them here because they're 3, 4, 5 years old. They can't be traveling alone. But yeah, man, it's he got word from major representatives. You don't want to get Loomered, little Marco.
There's evidence been presented to us by numerous congressional offices that some of the organizations bragging about and involved in acquiring these visas have strong links to terrorist groups like Hamas.
Oh, God, man. Bragging about ties to Hamas. It's always fucking Hamas. There's only two things when it comes to Israel. The only things that they say is either you are anti-Semitic or you are affiliated with Hamas. It's like, you know, it's a little doll that you pull the string, and they only have two phrases that says, you're anti-Semitic. You're Hamas. You're anti-Semitic. You're Hamas.
And so we are not going to be in partnership with groups that are friendly with Hamas. So we're going to pause those visas.
Let's talk about that. Well, let's go to this first here. Rolling Stone. Trump cuts off medical visas from Gaza after Laura Loomer meltdown. The move comes after Laura Loomer, the right-wing provocateur, freaked out over a video of children from Gaza coming to the United States for medical care. Donald Trump administration stopped all visitor visas from Gaza, including those humanitarian and medical aid, on Saturday after far-right wing provocateur and Trump friend Laura Loomer. That right there, picture of her, is her coming out of Donald Trump's private plane after she'd been flying around the country with him. Posted about several Palestinian children being allowed in the United States for medical care amid Israel's relentless siege and blockade. The State Department said it would conduct a thorough review of the process and procedures used to issue a small number of temporary medical humanitarian visas in recent days. It's amazing how fast we can get results from the Trump administration, Loomer wrote on X, adding an applause emoji. Loomer posted a video Friday showing, let's see, can I click on this? Will it show me the video? Yeah, here we go. Let's see. This is the short video. These are little children getting temporary humanitarian medical status. And that right there was enough to make Laura Loomer lose her absolute shit. This is what she had to say. Despite the U.S. saying we are not accepting Palestinian refugees, I don't know why that's in quote, they're literally refugees, into the United States under the Trump administration, I have obtained a video footage of Palestinians who claim to be refugees from Gaza coming into the United States via San Francisco and Houston, Texas this month. The Palestinian travel from Gaza to the U.S. with help of a group called Heal Palestine. Doesn't it sound evil? Heal Palestine. How did Palestinians get visas under the Trump administration to get into the United States? Did State Department approve this? How did they get out of control? Is this Secretary Rubio aware of this? That right there, that was enough to get him to cancel all the visas. All it took was her tagging them in a fucking post on Twitter. Who is from the State Department is assisting Heal Palestine? Why are any Islamic invaders coming into the United States under the Trump administration? Who approved these visas? And how many more are being given to visas to come into the country? And why are Gavin Newsom and Greg Abbott harboring Palestinian refugees in California and Texas? This is a national security threat. Yeah, man, I feel scared shitless of that little 4-year-old kid. Man, they're frightening. They're terrifying. They're future Hamas. Come on. This is a national security threat. We didn't vote for this Islamic immigration to the United States. Who signed up on these visas? They should be fired. Well, let's talk about this guy. We'll skip over that. You see here. This is Drop Site News. After far-right influencer Laura Loomer raged online about a few severely injured Palestinian children arriving in the U.S. for life-saving medical interventions, the State Department announced it had suspended all visitor visas from individuals from Gaza. On Twitter, the State Department indicated no more children in urgent need of medical treatment will be allowed in the United States while it conducts a full and thorough review of the process and procedures to issue a small number of temporary medical visas. Loomer had targeted Secretary Rubio in the department in a series of frenzied posts yesterday demanding wounded Palestinian children can be barred from receiving medical care in the United States. The video she highlighted share work of Heal Palestine. Let's go to Heal Palestine here. Well, this is the guy. His name is Steve Sazavi. These are the Hamas terrorists that Laura Loomer is losing her shit about. These are the kids that we bring for medical care. They cannot get back into Gaza. 4-year-old Adam lost his leg and parents in a bombing. And 2-year-old Cedra came for orthopedic surgery and will be fitted with artificial legs. You see, she's got no legs. He's missing a leg too. The young boy's missing a leg. She was born with a birth defect and has have her legs amputated. Where is our humanity in denying children like this access to medical care? Well, Laura Loomer is not having it. I can exclusively confirm that the Palestinian invaders who arrived in the U.S. last week flew on Qatar Airlines on August 6, 2025 into San Francisco at 1:35 p.m. Their invasion is being promoted by several Muslim Brotherhood affiliates, 501c3s in the U.S. who participated in and promoted bringing these Palestinians to the United States from Gaza in an initiative called From Gaza to the Bay. Why is Qatar shipping Palestinians to the U.S. and who is the State Department working with? I'm losing my fucking mind. Look at this sweet kid. It's fucking adorable, man. She's a fucking demon, man. You are a demon. This is the program Loomer and Rubio just shut down. 3-year-old Adam has lived through unimaginable loss. On July 7th, 2024, while sheltering in a tent in Khan Yunis, bombing claimed the lives of his entire immediate family, his parents, his sister, and his brother. He lost, and it cost him his right leg. Today, he is in Chicago with his grandmother, his only remaining family, where he's receiving medical care, a new prosthetic limb, and access to early education. But nah, man, he's future Hamas. We need to kick him out. What a wretched, wretched bitch you are. And look at her, man. Let's get a look at that mug. She looks like she's about to set a trap and to ensure that you have to chop your arm off to get out of it. You are a demon, woman. You are an actual demon. And I'm an atheist. I don't even believe in that shit. But if anybody is pure, unadulterated fucking evil, it is you. You skanky, nasty fucking hoe. If you were right in front of me, I would punch you right in your fucking filler and Botox-filled face, you goddamn psychopath. Anyway. Yes, folks, there is evil in the world. And you just saw one of them. She is wretched individual. What a disgusting waste of skin. I got no words, man. I got no words. Little kids without families. Limbs blown off, starving to death, can't come to this country because of Laura fucking Loomer. Bitch, go fuck yourself. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Keep rocking.